Hello class, welcome. My name is Mike Simonson. I'm a full-time program professor of instructional technology and distance education in the Fishler School, and I'll be one of your 3 instructors for this class this summer. I'll mention a little bit about the other 2 in a few seconds. The purpose of this video is to introduce the course, and really there'll be 3 major sections of what I'd like to talk about. First of all, we're going to look at the syllabus. We're going to walk through it from start to finish. Then we're going to talk a little bit about the summer conference, the face-to-face instruction that will be held in Orlando this summer. And last, I'll talk a little bit about some of the structural elements that will help us move together through the course. First thing I'd like you to do is stop the tape if you don't have a copy of this already, and print out a copy of the syllabus, because we're going to work through this page by page in the next few minutes. This will be a fairly short video. Also, you might want to print out the tentative schedule. There is a schedule in the syllabus, and this tentative schedule, which is posted in Blackboard, will help us work through this also. It provides some of the structure for us. Okay, assuming you now have your syllabus, you can look at the front page. You can see that there are 3 instructors, Mike Simonson, Anna Oriana, and Charles Fawcett. We will each be participating in this class as your instructors. Each of us is responsible for a section of the course, one of the units of the course, but we will also be participating in the units and modules that are the responsibility of one of our colleagues. I'll help Anna, I'll help Charlie, and they'll help me. So these are the people that you should get to know, because we are the ones who are responsible for the instructional technology and distance education program. On to the next page, there's a discussion of the rationale and the catalog description. Probably the most important sentence is, I guess, one paragraph from the bottom, where it says, a subtitle for this course could be Success in Instructional Technology from the First Course to the Dissertation, parentheses, and in the field after graduation. That's what this course is all about. It's designed to be what someone should tell you early on as you work through your program in instructional technology and distance education. Well, we're going to tell you. We're going to talk about it. Now, there's a lot of other information here on page 2, and you'll want to review that very carefully. On the next page are the learning outcomes. This gives you an idea about the kinds of things that we'll be doing this semester, this term, as the course unfolds. Part 5 are the required materials. You'll probably get a surprise from this, because there are 3 required textbooks and then a number of other materials that we're suggesting you also, requiring to a certain extent, you have access to. First of all is Dr. Oriana's book of readings. You'll notice it's a fairly thick book. This is a book that will be useful to you not only in this class, but in other classes in the instructional technology and distance education program, the IDT program. But the next 2 books are the ones that will probably grab your attention. These 2 handbooks, which are, is voluminous the word? They're very thick. They're also, you probably are guessing, relatively expensive. Well, not so. If you join the Association for Educational Communications and Technology, AECT, probably the most important professional association for those of us in the ITDE field, you will have access to electronic versions of both of these volumes. As a matter of fact, these are volumes 3 and 4 in this series. You would also have access to volumes 1 and 2. These books will also be at the heart of this class, but also be used in many other classes that you'll be taking in the ITDE program. The other materials there, each of us will talk about them as it's relevant, as it's important. Page 4 reveals the calendar of weekly events. As you already know, this is the introductory module. I'm introducing the course on this video, and there's a companion video that will talk a little bit more about the program in instructional technology and distance education, a companion video to this video. But as you look down here, you can see that there are 3 units and 8 modules, divided up 1 a week, 1 every 2 weeks, as the semester unfolds. And this is where you'll also want to look at the syllabus, because the syllabus talks about these same activities and also gives you some due dates. Now, this is a tentative schedule. It may change as the course unfolds, but probably not. This is what your instructors will be looking at, what Charlie, Anna, and I will be looking at as we teach the course. So take a look here, and you'll notice that the under week 10, that's the summer conference, and there's an appendix in the syllabus that talks about the summer conference. The course structure. Okay, that's on the next page. I'm going to talk a little bit today and in the other video about the information that's listed under the introductory module. And you'll notice that there are 3 units. Dr. Schlosser will take over next week, and for the next 4 weeks, he'll be the primary instructor for this section dealing with the nature of research in our field. This unit is designed to orient you to the kinds of things that ITDE researchers do, and conversely, what ITDE researchers do not do. Very important. Characteristics of our research, theories, research, the kinds of things that provide a foundation for your understanding of our field and also for your dissertation. 5 weeks from now, 4 weeks from now, Dr. Oriana will take over for the next couple of weeks, 4 weeks as a matter of fact, talking about some of the most important literature in the field and to you, specifically journals and the role they play, and we'll take a look at our textbooks and also ITDE dissertations. We will actually be analyzing a whole collection of ITDE dissertations. You know what Hitchcock said when they asked him, where do you get ideas for your movies? He said, I watch other people's movies. Where do you get ideas for your dissertations? Read other people's dissertations. So this is something Dr. Oriana will be coordinating and Dr. Schlosser and I will be participating in. Then I'll come back the last 4 weeks of the semester to talk about scholarship and the philosophy of research in our field, to see how we will transition from practitioners, what we all are already, and will continue to be, but to also start thinking of ourselves as scholars, scientists, and researchers. That will be my opportunity to come back and, at the last few weeks, 4 weeks of the summer session, to continue things. Let's look at assignments then. And there are a number of assignments. The model we follow in most of our classes is that each unit has its own set of assignments. If you look on page 5 and 6, the nature of research, there are 3 short papers that you will write according to the dates that Dr. Schlosser identifies and that are listed in your syllabus and in the tentative schedule that allow you to discuss a distinguishing characteristic, explain a theory, and develop a profile of one journal. These papers will be graded and obviously will be not only orienting you, but will help you identify where you can find ideas for your dissertation. The next assignment, which will be coordinated by Dr. Oriana, is analysis and critique of a dissertation. You will be either assigned or you will identify, maybe alone, maybe with a partner, this will be Dr. Oriana's decision, a dissertation that you will analyze and critique, and at the summer conference you will present your analysis and your critique to your instructors and to your fellow classmates in this course, and we will discuss what you've analyzed and the extent of your critique, so we can all learn together about what makes a good dissertation and maybe what are some of the mistakes or pitfalls that we ought to avoid. Finally, the third assignment will be this short paper that deals with your personal philosophy and plan of action to convert yourself into a scholar and a researcher. And since that's related to my unit, I will be talking more about that as the semester unfolds. Let's go to the next page. Discussions and sessions. We do grade, and discussions and synchronous sessions are required. Some of us will have synchronous live sessions. Others, like me, will have asynchronous or pre-recorded sessions. Grading criteria, you can see how much all this works. And then there's some information about policies and whatever. Now that's the syllabus. Read it over carefully. Refer to it. This will be the guide, the policies that we will follow as the course unfolds. If ever there's a question about how do we do it or what should we do, we'll refer back to what the syllabus says. Let's say a few words about the summer conference. The summer conference is a little less than a week long. We will be there the entire time, we, your 3 instructors. We will have sessions on the first day, Sunday, where we orient to the summer conference. We talk about what's happening. Then we'll have, at the summer conference, then we'll have a series of rather lengthy, several hours long, where you make your presentations about the dissertation that you've analyzed and critiqued, and we all participate in that, we, the entire class, and your instructors. And then there'll be a kind of a bookend session at the end where we come back and revisit what we've accomplished and look at how the final few weeks of the semester will unfold, the third unit of the course. There will also be a number of other sessions dealing with everything from plagiarism to literature reviews to effective writing to the one sentence or the first sentence approach that we'll be presenting about how you get started on your dissertation, and a number of other sessions that will be directly related to how you can accomplish this daunting task of identifying, conducting, and writing original research that's part of your dissertation. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be intensive. We'll have some time for some receptions and some getting acquainted and getting to know one another also. Then the structure of the class is around units, modules, and topics. The units are the basic structure. There's 3. The modules are the subdivisions of the units, and there's 8. 4, 2, and 3, I think, or 4. And then the topics are what we talk about within each of those subdivisions of the course. We'll probably also have a Monday morning memo every Monday that will come out that will review what happened the previous week and what will happen the next week. And obviously, Dr. Schlosser, Oriana, and myself are available via the telephone or via email. Almost any time you want us, give us a little time and leave a number if you call and want to talk to us. Blackboard will be where all of your materials reside, the materials that are in addition to your textbooks. So this video, for example, you're watching is in Blackboard. And all the other materials will be posted into Blackboard where you can go to them and where you can review them and you can have access to them as the semester unfolds. Once again, the purpose of this course is to get you started on the right foot in the Instructional Technology and Distance Education doctoral program, to get you thinking about that dissertation in a meaningful and directly applicable way, and finally to sort of familiarize you with this process that most of us, when we're starting, are not familiar with, and that's being a scholar, a researcher, and a scientist. We've designed this course to be a challenge. Our role is to help you meet that challenge. Thanks a lot.